Hello everyone, we are the health promotion team, and today for our harvest of the week we are featuring eggplants. Eggplants are grown all over the world and they vary in shape as well as size. Here in the United States, the most common variety grown is called the globe eggplant. And the eggplant's name is synonymous with its beautiful, deep, rich purple color. And with the eggplant variety, it has a super round base. And although eggplant is considered a fruit, a vegetable, it's actually technically a fruit. So that's a little fun fact. And eggplants are in their prime starting around midsummer up until fall. However, you can find them year round at your local supermarket.
So when purchasing eggplants, you want to find ones that are nice, firm, and heavy for their size. And of course, we want to watch for making sure there's no brown spots or blemishes. We have two different kinds of eggplants. So you see a bigger one, and then a little bit smaller one. When you're shopping for eggplants, you want to find one that's a little bit more smaller in size. The smaller ones tend to be a little more tender than the bigger ones, and they also have a better flavor. They're not as bitter.
An important thing to note about eggplant is that it does not hold up or store very well. So you definitely want to try to eat it within a couple days of purchasing. Make sure to store it in your refrigerator, and it should last for about 5 to 7 days in your refrigerator.
So like Alex said, it doesn't store very well. And in addition to that, they're a little bit like apples. So when you cut into it, it'll start to oxidize with the air. So what you want to do to kind of prevent that is you want to just use a little bit of lemon juice, and that'll help with the oxidization. So after you rinsed your eggplant, what you want to do is cut it into sliced rounds. And this is nice. And then at this point too, once you have them cut into rounds, you can do something that is called sweating the eggplant. And so what that'll be is you lay out your eggplant on, just like any baking sheet or something like that. And then you sprinkle a little bit of salt on it, let it sit for about a half hour, 20 minutes, something like that. And then take a damp paper towel, wipe all that salt off, give them a nice little pat with a fresh paper towel, and that'll help with, it'll decrease the bitterness of the eggplant, and then it'll also help with the absorption because eggplant is very spongy. And so with that, when you're cooking it, it won't absorb as much oil or as much water.
And I do want to mention that we are featuring a baked pizza bite recipe that you can try out. This is especially a great recipe to test out with your kids. So it has you slice the eggplant into rounds like so, and then bake them. As Nico mentioned, that sweating technique can be really useful with this recipe because it helps prevent them from coming out mushy from the oven. So essentially you're using your rounds, you can top them off with some marinara sauce, some cheese, fresh basil, and then bake them in your oven.
And so if you don't need rounds, from here you can begin to cut it into like wedges or strips, and you can have some nice like baked eggplant fries. Or if you want, you can bread them so long as you bake them and not fry them. If you need to further cut them, you can then cut them into diced cubes. Eggplant cubes are commonly used in stir fries, stews. One particular stew, a ratatouille, which you would saute the eggplant. And in addition, what you'd want to do with the diced eggplant, you can make baba ganoush, which is where you grill the eggplant, and then you put it in a food processor and you make a nice dip with it.
And then I will add that eggplant is very tasty. It's also super nutritious for us. So this bright purple color means it's rich in antioxidants that help prevent disease, and also super rich in minerals that are protective for our heart health. And we hope you give eggplant a try. We love how versatile it is in terms of cooking, and you can also find recipes around the world. It's featured in a lot of ethnic dishes. So please share with us your favorite recipe with eggplants, and let us know if you try out the baked pizza bite recipe. Thanks for tuning in.